So hello everyone, and welcome back to FTRL for week 6 of our GT Sport Championship, and for this week we are at Maggiore for the 3 races. So, just getting on the way for quali. I think we have a full grid. We do indeed. I think there's full grid, as far as I'm aware. And this should be a very, very good one this evening. This is a very firm favourite for this track for a lot of people. It's definitely one of the favourite tracks of many in GT. Along with next week's, I'd say, as well, which is Dragon Joe Seaside. There's things on that quite a lot of people like as well. Definitely this one will be a good one tonight, I feel. Sorry if it's not, apologise, that'll jinx it, but yeah, very much expect to be battling throughout these 3 races. It's definitely a track everyone is very, very familiar with now. So we've got Aaron and Ross who are teammates, who are first and second on the track in terms of start of quali laps. Long track, this one, 2 minutes lap time usually, so for forecast, so we're talking 2 laps here, no more than that. They are going to get 2 laps. That is all unsafe, is far behind Ross as well, so they're all trying to get a little bit of a slipstream on the lead into turn 1 in particular. And Aaron, as he heads into turn 1, he'll be quick tonight. Aaron is definitely one of the tracks his favourite track, I think, actually, out of all. So definitely he'll be quick tonight. Maggiore also very much likes this. I know a lot of them do enjoy this track, so fully expect them to be very quick. And Aaron's on a lightning opening first sector, I must say. 34.1 for Aaron's first sector. It's happening down the field, it's happening. Rob is alright. Moment come through that tricky long right hand. That's a bit of a strange right hand. That's very long, and different lines people like to take on that. Just there, Lee and Lennon close proximity. There have been a few battles recently as well. So Aaron's miles clear though of Ross. Absolutely miles clear. He's on a flyer here, unsafe right in the slipstream as well of Ross, heading down to the hill towards this right-hander, which is one of, if not my favourite corner on this game. Absolutely love this corner. That's a beautiful corner and does it nicely as Ross, and unsafe getting through nicely. There's Ron in the background as well. His unsafe's teammate who's just in front of him on the track. Aaron comes round now towards next right-hander, flat out in a Group 4 car. Behind the Group 3 car as well. For this next right-hander, double right-hander. Oh, getting a little bit out of shape there. First real mistake from Aaron, but he's got away with it as he heads now down towards the final corner. Aaron's going to be the first lap we're going to see here. Enters the last corner nicely, using all of the track on the exit. As he comes across the line, it's going to be a 2 minute 2.237. Ross is a 2 minute 4, just under a 2 minute 4, sorry. Unsafe's just behind. Rom is a 2 minute 2.6. SBY is 2/10 off of Aaron. That's Lennon has crossed the line as well, 2 minute 3.6. Blue Flag's 2 minute 4.7. Nobby 2 minute 4.1, and Red is 2 minute 3.9, just ahead of Unsafe. Pagani is P3 at the moment, 2 minute 2.5. Let's see what they can do. Rom is going to catch up to the back of Ross and Unsafe, so that's going to hold him up. Fieber with another good lap up in P5, finding a bit of form, Fieber, at the moment, so another good lap from him. Let's see what's happening. Pagani in that very, very, what a livery that is. He's wide though, but that he can go wide there without getting a penalty. And we're going to see what is he in terms of his previous lap time. He is over a 10th up. Aaron is purple as well, so fast lap times coming. We've got SBY, we're going to see his splits as well. Oh, he's miles down It's a shootout between Aaron Pagani, I think, at the moment. Rom is going to struggle here as he's caught up to his teammate, but he's got all this traffic to contend with as well, which is not going to help him. Aaron now comes round towards the end of his lap. This is his last sector time he's going to have before the end, and it's just under a 10 in the purple. Pagani is going to be heading down now as well towards the right-hander, and he's going to be getting awfully put off by him. Finky, this looks like it's Aaron's to lose here. He's coming towards the last corner in 4th gear. Nicely done. He's going to use all of the track on the exit, and then he comes across the line. This is going to be a good lap. It's going to be a 2 minute. Oh, he's actually not improved. He's lost a little bit of time in the last sector. SBY is not going to beat Aaron's time. Pagani is going to come across the line in about 15 seconds time now. Unsafe improves, blue flag improves, but nowhere near enough. Nobby Norris beats Unsafe. So Unsafe hasn't had a very good quali at all here. Pagani comes across the line. Don't think it's going to make any difference to the top. No, it doesn't, but he does get on the front row of the grid. Probably got put off a bit by Finky. I use on a quality lap as well, so he didn't do anything wrong, but it's definitely cost him, I would expect. But there we go, Aaron and Pagani, SBY and Rom top 4. Feebar with another outstanding lap in P5. Very impressed with Feebar again. Lee's P6 is Lennon, blue flag, Mike, Nobby Norris. Unsafe down there in P11. So there we go. There is your grid. Disappointing for, I'd say, Unsafe and Ross. Sorry, the two that are positioned there right down the back of the field. But here we go for race 1. Aaron is going to lead us away. Aaron gets off the line in P1 away from Pagani. Aaron does seem to get good starts, so he's keeps the lead into turn 1. Pagani keeps P2, and SUI still P3. Rom has lost the position, but only once. As Lennon is off the circuit doing some an awful lot of grass cutting, and he's just about rejoined in the back. Aaron still leads though from Pagani and SBY. Feebar's moved himself up into the top 4 now at the expense of Rom, and we've got blue flag in P6, Lee's P7. Unsafe's going to go down his inside, and Lee is going to defend pretty nicely down there, and then he's going to try and get past blue flag as well. He's popped himself down the inside. He's going to have the inside for the next corner, so it looks like Lee is going to get past here. Unsafe is probably going to try and get round there at the same time, but blue flag is wise to it, so he keeps P7, and Lee moves himself up into P6. Unsafe not managing to get past there. Mike and Positive Ross going after Ross round the outside of Mike in the battle for P10. He's not managed to make it yet. SBY is P3, it's still the top 2. Aaron leads from Pagani. SBY is followed very closely by Feebar. He's had a good start. A good result at the moment. Lee has got back ahead of Unsafe, blue flag. Sorry, blue flag is now having to defend from Unsafe, and he's been overtook by Unsafe. And at the background, also Ross is also overtook Mike. Mike's trying to come back down the inside. He's not able to yet. We get a little bit out of shape there, but pushing nicely on the track. So Lee is now in P6 from Unsafe release. Unsafe in the slipstream note. You might think about a move here. Blue flag might try and get back up to where he was. Unsafe's going to dive it down the inside. Lee is going to have to defend, and he's well outbroke himself, and now he's going to have to try and rejoin on the track. It is kind of pushed Unsafe out of the way, and now he's on the dirt, and I think blue flag is round alongside. Blue flag still trying to find a way past Lee there. He's got packed past Unsafe. Lee with a bit of a barging match. he rejoined, but unsafe on the apex. Going towards the next corner. Blue flag was going to pop himself down the inside, trying it back at Lee. And I think Lee's going to hold it round the outside, but he's off the track ever so slightly. But I think he's managed to hold it. He's going to have the inside line once again for this corner. And Blue flag then tries a bit of a switch back. Tries to go round. They're going to go wheel to wheel. Lee's still there. Unsafe is in the background as well. Blue flag go wheel to wheel. Lee's off the track. Blue flag's one out, I think, here. Very, very close. And then there's a bit of contact there. And Unsafe gets pushed off by Lee into the wall. And he's lost, not actually hit the wall, but he's lost a few positions there. It came to blows. And Blue flag, though, very well to get that place back. Now Lee's going to try and get it round the outside. And he's in the dirt, and now he's going to come across, and he's going to nearly take out Ross in the process. And he's now down a P9. He's a bit flustered as Lee there. He moves it a bit rash. You wouldn't expect to leave maybe his head back in the game. Aaron still leads from Pagani. SBY follows on in P3. Feber still doing a very nice job in P4 in the BMW. And then Rom is P5 just behind him. Blue flag is P6 as we saw, and then you've got Ross and Mike, Lee and Unsafe who are together again, and Lennon's at the back of this group in the Doritos BMW. We've got Nobby Norris, M. Finky, and Bridget Daddy is at the back at the moment. The Aaron still leads from Pagani. SUI P3, it's Feber and Rom. Oh, Ross is up. Oh Jesus, what's happened to Ross? Ross is sliding as I went on board, and there's a Lennon and Mike's there as well, and so is Unsafe trying to find a way through. Unsafe's trying to get past Mike. Mike's got the inside line. Unsafe's going to hang it around the outside for the next corner, and then he's going to have the slipstream, I think, off of Lennon in front. So I think it's going to be Unsafe's place. It is indeed. So Unsafe moves up to P9. Lennon's P8 now. Ross is P7. I don't understand if that was some contact with trying to get past Blue flag, or he's just kind of had a bit of a moment on him with himself. I'm not entirely sure. Ross is held on to P7 at the moment. Blue flag managing to get a bit of a gap, not much though. And then you've got Rom, Feber and SBY in that little trio. And then you've got the duo up front of Aaron and Pagani, who are battling for the championship at the moment. It's like a bit of a two-horse race. The championship at the moment. Red's looking for a move, and then Finky as they head down the hill towards the next right-hander, and he's able to he's having a pop and a look down the inside, but better of it. And still ahead though. Danny's still ever present though on his bumper. Same with third to fifth. It's now Mike that's in the lead of the group behind Blue flag in P7, and there's contact again there between Lennon and Ross, and there's Unsafe behind him. He's down in P12 now. Sure, Lennon's still lagging. He did mention in the chat he was lagging. So yeah, vignette. Mike's off cutting grass. Lennon's put himself in the pits, which I'm assuming is due to his lag. Mike's now dropped down to P9 after doing some lawn mowing at the side of the track at the last corner. Lee trying to find a way past Nobby Norris. He's having a decent tussle as well. We've got a bit more of a gap though, but it's only half a second, but it's the most I've seen it, to be honest. Still as you are though for the top 5, nothing's really changed. Nothing is happening with the top 6 at the moment. All the battlings for this P7 place, which is very, very much heating up. It has been throughout this race. Constant battle. It was initially for P6. Blue flag seems to have got away though, while the battling's going on. Ross has made a few mistakes out there. Mike just got in front and then made a mistake as well, so it's like Blue flag very much get away here. Unsafe now, think about a move down the inside. He is indeed. He's going to go down the inside. Ross gives him the room, and he's going to let him go past, and he's going to try a bit of a switch back to get a good exit, maybe get him back for this next sequence of corners, which are all flat out all the way through here. His right-hander coming up, leads down to the next little sector time towards the next right-hander, but he's not quite able to get past there. You need to be very close to each other. Unsafe, so a little bit wide though, and Ross has found a bit of an incentive to dive it down the inside. Very nice, opportunistic move by Ross, and he's found his way past and back up to P7, which he has been in a few times before. But we'll see. I don't think that'll be the end of this battle. It doesn't seem to be ending this one. It seems to be an ever-present battle, and Unsafe might think about a move back down the inside. He's going to do a bit of a dive, possibly. He had a little look at it and then backed out right at the end. So Ross keeps front. Lee is up to P10. He's having a battle with Nobby Norris. He is up to P10. Fred's in P12. Finky. Lennon's come back out now in P14. He is suffering for some lag issues. The gap between P2 and P3 has always been about a second or just over a second. Aaron's still in front, but whether Pagani's just waiting for his right time, he tends to do that when he's in this position. Pieper has lost P4 to Rom, but he's got a comfortable gap to P5. So once again, if Pieper can just keep a hold of this P5, I think Pieper will be happy with this P5. And he's mixing it with the big guns, and you could have maybe said last week it might have just been a bit of a one-off. Might have just suited him the track as on SBY, sorry, he's going to have to defend here from Rom, and Rom looks like he's going to win out here. He is going to get up to P3. SBY is thinking about coming back at him. What I was saying there is, oh, he's actually going to go wheel to wheel. He is going to try and come back at him. They're going to go wheel to wheel towards the right-hander. I don't think there's going to be any way past back through at that point. Yeah, Fieber, you could have said it was a one-off last week, but he's once again, these are, I'd say, the four, debatable, but the top four fastest in the league here. These tend to be the top four most time, especially in the first race. Obviously the third race is the reverse grid, which kind of mixes things up a lot. But usually these four can be the fastest four. And Fieber managed last week to keep up with him, and he's doing it very nicely again this week. Well, I'm impressed he's managed to keep up. You know how quick he has been on a few occasions. He does, but sometimes I think he can be. I think it's you probably admit this, it can be a bit too nice sometimes, which obviously isn't very helpful at points. Because sometimes, as we can see at points, some people like to get their elbows out a bit. Fever possibly isn't really like that, so that can be a bit of his downfall. It can be too nice, which is a nice kind of compliment to get, or a nice downfall, sorry I should say, that he's too nice on track. But very nice to see him getting back in it and getting right up the very top of the time charts and the fighting it with the big ones. I'd love to see him win a race, Fever, but it's a very difficult task with the speed of some of these in this division. Pace is definitely lifted slightly here. Aaron's got away from Pagani a little bit more. Pagani in turn has got away from Rom a bit more, but whether that's due to pace or the fact that Rom is having to defend for his life as SBY tries to find a way back through up to P3 again, and that's kind of leaving Fever a little bit, and Fever's not kind of been able to handle this kind of injection of pace that's been added. Blue flag still in P6, still got that comfortable little gap. This battle for P7 is still going on. 12 minutes into this race, it's always been here, always been a battle. Different drivers, Unsafe and Ross still going at it. Lee's recovered to P9 at the moment. Mike's in P10, but under pressure from Nobby Norris, who is going alongside towards the right-hander. And Mike has defended for the moment, but he's went wide again. Nobby Norris is then going to try and go around the outside here. He's on the outside now for the last corner. It's going to be difficult. He's going to have to go the long way around here. Mike, I think, might have just eased off a little bit earlier, and Nobby Norris has went all the way and swooped round the outside might think about a move back past, but I think Nobby Norris might have this actually. He does indeed. Nobby Norris moves up. Aaron's picked up a penalty, but he is now 1.1 seconds in front of Pagani. So as much as he's got a half-second penalty, this injection of pace, which I think has come from Aaron initially, just appears to have kind of caught Pagani slightly off guard here. As you can see, his last 2 laps have been the 2 of the best laps he's had. It's been a personal best and then just off the personal best. So again, Pagani's last lap was a good 4/10 off of what Aaron did. Rom's now managed to put a little bit more of a gap to SY, but that bit of grass that just went on there has just caused him to lose a little bit of time there. As Aaron 1.2 seconds now. If it wasn't for that half-second penalty, he'd been in a very, very good position, but it's put a little bit of doubt possible. FIBA also seems to have closed that gap that was created. Blue flag has made a mistake. I've just noticed that there was a bigger gap than there was. It was 7.7. It's now up to 10 seconds, which has allowed this battle for P6 to resume. It was at the start before Blue flag made a bit of a break after the battle's going on, but it's now joined back up to a 3-car battle. Lee still in a bit of no man's land there. You know, still has Mike close proximity and Bridget Daddy. Aaron leads on to what will be his 3rd last lap. 10 laps here, he's just on a lap 8, it's going to be 10 laps. No more than that. I think every single race will be 10 laps here because of the nature. It's a long track in the nature when you tend to cross the line here. I don't think there'll be any differences between the laps and the races as was last week. It should be 10 laps every race this season. That gap between Pagani and Rom is diminishing slightly. The gap between Aaron and Pagani is eking up ever so slightly still. Right back with them now, that top 4, so yeah, good job. Blue flag's going to be under pressure here though. Let's keep an eye on this. This could be tasty. Unsafe, having a little look there. Quite close enough to try and find their way past yet. I think so anyway. He is right there. It's a difficult part to get an overtake here. It's very fast. The S's section which leads on to the straight they're about to go on down the hill. And this could get interesting. And the slipstream Blue flag immediately goes over to the right aggressively, trying to defend. And it's going to be close here. Unsafe's going to pull over, and he's going to be round the outside. Blue flag is going to defend for all his worth, and very nice defensive job done there at the moment. But Unsafe is still there, and he's got a good exit, and now he's got the slipstream all the way around here. He's going to try and find a way past, but he's not quite able to yet. He's going to probably try and down the inside. Blue flag, he's went a little bit too quick. Well, he's got a little bit of contact from Unsafe, and now Unsafe is going to have it. Blue flag does a switcheroo though, and now there's a wee bit of contact with Blue flag. The switcheroo has worked, and he's got back past there. He let Unsafe go past, and then broke early. Blue flag and swooped back in the inside of him, and he gets that move placed straight back from Unsafe. So he's still in P6. Unsafe though is going to try again, and just about alongside each other. And Ross will just be watching this as Unsafe pulls back out. Now he's having a little look down the inside. And that's a little bit too far back. Oh, Blue flag ever so slightly on the grass. Now there's going to be a bit of contact there as Blue flag got ghosted at the wrong time. Nothing Blue flag could have done there. It was just the game ghosted him. But he keeps that at the moment. What's happening up front? That gap's closing back down again. And Aaron has to watch now because he's got that penalty still. So they're going to have to watch, and this battle's still going on. Here we go, Blue flag and Unsafe once again. Unsafe round the outside. Will he switch back round? No, he's going to try and hold it all the way around the outside, and he has managed it, which means he's now going to have the inside for the next. I think this might be the job done for Unsafe at the moment. Blue flag tries a bit of a back down the inside, but he's not able to. Unsafe goes a bit deep though, so that's going to compromise his line. Blue flag will have a bit more of a chance now, possible, and down the hill. Blue flag's already alongside, near enough. It's going to be a drag race down towards the next corner, and blue flag's car is going to win out here. A BMW's not as quick. Ross is going to get interested in this as well. Unsafe is going to try and hold it all the way around the outside. Blue flag is going to have it though. It's going to be blue flag. It keeps the front. Ross is now going to go alongside unsafe release. He's going to try and go all the way around the outside for the next part. And I think Ross is going to have the inside for the next corner. And I think Ross might win out as well here. So unsafe tries to get past blue flag and ends up losing the position that he had. And now drops down a P8 up front. And it's still Ajar for the top 3 and the top 2. But Pagani on towards the last lap, and Pagani has got that gap all the way down now, and it's now under half a second. Aaron still has half a second penalty, so Pagani with 2-minute 2.1s has absolutely upped the pace massively here. It's now half a second, but Aaron's going to have to get that penalty off, or otherwise it will round up to a second. Blue flag still keeps P6 at the moment. Ross is defending from unsafe release. Lee could even start getting involved in this as well if they keep battling. Stick on board with Aaron and Pagani. Aaron's going to have to get that penalty off at the end, and that's going to be risky. I think Pagani might have this here, unless Aaron can pull out an absolute monster last couple of sectors here. I don't think he's going to be able to do that much on Pagani. No, he has just done got up over half a second, but it's now going back down again, and Pagani's going to have slipstream as well here. This is all over, I think, for Aaron, I'm afraid. I think this is going to be Pagani's. Rom, SY, Feber, still the top 5. Blue flag has got a penalty, and now he's having to try and defend from both of them. Unsafe also got a penalty. Lee's in the background hovering as well now, closing in after all this battling. Need to jump back and see what's happening up front. Aaron it's still in the lead on track, but it's not going to be on after penalties, I'm afraid, for Aaron. And it's going to be Pagani by the look of it. Yes, indeed, Pagani is right there with him. Rom having to defend a little bit from SBY. He's having a little look at getting a last lap past last few corners. Aaron's coming round now. Rom has defended from SBY. Aaron's going to come round. It's going to be Pagani though. It's going to, I would expect, Aaron's going to have to ease off. No, he's not. Is he going to ease off? He is going to ease off. Pagani takes the win. Rom takes P3. SUI takes P4. Feber takes P5. The battle for P6 is going to be won by Ross. And it's going to be blue flag and unsafe behind. Blue flag and unsafe are going to just cross the line and not going to get rid of the penalty, so it's going to be Ross P6, blue flag, then unsafe. Lee takes P9. Nobby Norris is going to be dropped down because Brendan, your daddy, is going to take P10 because he had no penalties. Mike had less penalties than Nobby Norris, who's going to take P11. Nobby Norris is going to take P12, and then Finky is going to take P13 as he comes round the last corner now. Fastest lap of the race went to Rom there, who broke the 2-minute 2s and he was into the 2-minute 1s. So driver, 2-minute 1.9, very quick lap. So now we go, Pagani takes race 1. From Aaron, very, very tight though between the two. It's going to be top 6 reversed in the second race, and then it will be just as they finished from 7th to 13th. Very enjoyable race there. A lot of battling as you expect in Maggiore. Not particularly much for the top 5, bearing in it actually, mind you. There was a wee bit for P3, P5, but battle for P6 was very much the most interesting, I would say, there. A lot of battling for that, and some contact in between it, particularly at the start. Oh, I think Lee's just admitted a bit of blame for some of the contact that happened there. I did say it was a little bit, it's a bit unlikely, that race. There was a couple of moves that he did make on unsafe. It wasn't what you would expect to leave, so happens though. People just have the odd dodgy races. And Brett's just saying he sees why nobody picked NSX. Group 4s are very, very straightforward cars. But if there's one Group 4 that can kill you possibly, it's probably the NSX. Even the Group 4 can be a bit sketchy at times. And unsafe releases retaliate to the leaker and say he'll stab him later in Among Us. So anyone who doesn't know, Among Us is a kind of strategy game where one person tries to kill the rest. So and some police will take it out and leave later for the contact in race 1. Not be long until race 2. It just needs to set a custom grid because he needs to reverse the top 6, then it'll just get the race underway. Race 2. Race 3 is full reverse. So that's the race that things can happen that you don't expect. Race 3 is always very interesting. Called on some practice laps. Get back into the swing of things. Love that. Well, I love it if this track was real life, but sadly, it's just one made for the game. It's a very, very nice track. A bit of everything in it. This low speed kind of first part of the lap, fast middle part of the lap, and then you've got some more medium speed corners at the end, and a very tricky last corner as well. Get that wrong quite easily. And that corner there that Lee Coles just went round is an absolutely lovely corner. It really is. So satisfying. Shouldn't be too long now. Just we're waiting on. Oh no, we are done now. Everyone's here. So it should just be setting now. There we go. Aren't starting the final. It says final, but it just means that the race. Here we go. It will be whoever finishes. So Ross will be on pole. So that was important from Ross that he got that place. So it should be Ross on pole, I believe. It is indeed, in the Hyundai Genesis. Then we've got Fiber P2, SVY, Rom, Aaron Pagani, and then it's just Ashua and P7 downwards once we finished in the last race. So Ross is going to lead us away on pole position. And we've got a decent start in that car as well, so he should be leading at turn 1. There we go, Ross gets us on the way, and it's a decent start as you would expect from the Genesis. And Fiber is still P2, and Ross is going to lead into turn 1. He's going to lead through the first few corners. SVY trying to get past Fiber, trying to go the long way round, and Fiber, I don't think he's going to have any of it. And it's going to be a bit of contact though, and it's still going to be just about side by side. Fiber is going to have P2 now, so Fiber is going to keep ahead of SVY. Aaron's going to try and find a way past SVY. So Aaron's had a good start, unsafe. Up to P6, Rom's had a bit of a bad start, down to P7 from P4 he was. Bad start from him. He seems to have a bad start in that car. But Ross is away in P1, Fiber P2, SY P3, Aaron moves himself up at P4, there's Pagani just behind as well. Unsafe P6, Rom P7, there's blue flag. Lead call, red is your daddy, Mike, Nobby, and then Finky at the back. But it's Ross who's off and running at the front of the grid. The front of this massive queue. It's going to be slipstream best down to this next right-hander. And we're very, very close together. none of them really has any benefit from the slipstream. Aaron and SVY having a bit of contact there, I think. And, very close together. Aaron's going to try and find a way down the inside of SVY. Pagani's going to try and pass Aaron as well, but he's not able to. Very, very close on that flush right-hander. Very, very tight, not much action between them. Kind of sit nice and pretty. Right behind each other. Ross is going to lead us through the whole of the opening lap into lap 2 from Pieper and P2. Both flag having to defend here from Lee, who's going to pop himself down the inside. Oh, Lee, oh! No contact there, there wasn't any contact. Blue flag outbroke himself and Lee's car tried to kill him in the entry. There wasn't actually any contact between the two of them, it just was, both just made a mistake on the entry. Ross still in the lead. And not much happening behind in terms of movement. Top 7. As they kind of were after the opening few corners. Rob once again now having to back through the field. As he loses a few of those positions. He only lost one in race 1, which is very, very good going. Ross is getting closed very quickly by Fieber in this part of the lap. Fieber might think about a move down the inside here. So Fieber could take the race lead here. Possibly. He's closing. He is closing. And Aaron's also closing on SVY. He's got past SVY already. Oh, Aaron has made a mess of it. Aaron's made a mess of that, and he's very much cost his teammate there, and he's just kind of pummeled into him, and it's going to be very close between Ross and Pagani, and Ross is going to defend from Pagani. Aaron getting a bit ragged there, he made it with a mistake. He's now down a P6, so he's cost himself as well, and he's now maybe down a P7 as well. He's going to be able to defend, but Fieber is going to take he's got the race lead now from SVY. Pagani and Ross are battling, and it's Pagani who's won it from Ross. Ross is P4. Unsafe is also trying to get past as well. And Aaron's getting a contact from Rom as well. Trying to get past each other. Rom trying to sense their opportunity there, and Aaron made a bit of a meal of that. And now he's getting past his teammate Aaron, so it's all went wrong for Ross there. He's down a P6, it was P6, it's now down to P7, so it's lost 6 places there very, very quickly. And Fieber still leads, so SVY though trying to get a very good exit there, and he has managed it. Excellent exit from SVY, and he might think about making a move here. A little bit too far back. It's better, we'll find the same car there, so there's no advantage on straight lines. BMW's not too fast in the straight line. The car behind is pretty nifty in a straight line, and then Mustang. Unsafe from P4, also in the BMW, it's a popular car. Aaron though in the Genesis, can't sure what his straight line speed is like compared to the rest. That car I'm very familiar with. Ross is on very wide there, but you're right. Looks like Lee still having a bit of a battle. Let's have a look for this. Lee's very close to the back of him. Looks like moves away into the inside to defend. Lee's going to have to go the long way around. Right-hander up the hill, and he's going to try and go all the way around the outside. Blue flag is going to get a little bit argy-bargy and say you're not getting fast around there. A little bit on the aggressive side, but probably just about entitled to do that. He wasn't near enough alongside, but yeah, maybe saying you're not going to get past me very easily, I'm going to make it difficult. It was borderline, but maybe just about alright. I hope like that. Fieber, a little bit on the grass there, is right hand side of the wheels. SVY though is now going to sense an opportunity here down the inside, and Fieber's going to have to watch himself here. and Fever is going to be overtook here by SBY very straightforwardly, and Pagani's going to also, I think, have Fever here, possibly. Fever's, yeah, he's dropped down a P3 here, so two of them got past. Unsafe, might try and get past shortly as well. Aaron, so, and Rom as well in P6. So let's see what SBY can do. What his pace is like out front. Unsafe, trying to get past Fever out. Unsafe was quite a way behind Fever in the last race. Whether that was just because he was battling so much, possibly, as Aaron's trying to get involved in this as well. Oh, he's very wide, and that's going to allow Rom a chance to get past Aaron. And he is, I think, just about there. Ooh, Pagani. That's why I meant quite defensive earlier on there, but I weirdly think he was a lot closer than he actually was. This Fever's back out. Oh, Unsafe is... Yeah. Yeah. I think that was a little bit too aggressive there for Unsafe. He's just basically pushed Fever off there. Wasn't quite close enough to make that move, and Unsafe has just pushed her out of the way there quite a bit. And now it's going to go three wide between the three of them. Jesus. Oh, God almighty. How they got through around there, I don't know. But they've managed it. And Rom, Aaron, and Unsafe is now the order. After that contact with Unsafe and Fever. Right-hander. Yeah, that was a little bit naughty for Unsafe. But obviously I'll see one angle, so... And be deceived sometimes. Aaron's going to try and go down the inside of Rom here, and he times it to perfection, and Rom is just about still on the inside. He is. Aaron's going to go the long way round. Rom measured in his defence and has managed to hold it for the time being, but now Aaron's down the inside. Rom's going to have the inside for the next corner though, but Aaron, the outside's quite a good line round here at this point, but Aaron's very wide, maybe a little bit too wide. Now they're going to go wheel to wheel near enough already again here. Aaron's just got the advantage at the moment. I think it's done at the moment, and Aaron has P3 for the time being. Rom is still there, hovering on the outside. He's got it now, and Aaron's back up to P3. He was there before the contact with Rom that Ross was teammate. Oh, Rom is trying to go back past him. No, Jesus, wasn't expecting that through there. Maybe through this part, but not through the S's. And Rom and Aaron going to go wheel to wheel. And Rom, I think, has it at the moment. He does, but then Aaron's got the better line through the corner. They're going to go wheel to wheel again. Unsafe is going to try and follow his teammate through with some slipstream. This is going to get very, very difficult between the two of them. Aaron's still got P4 at the moment. He's managed to keep that from Unsafe. This is letting the top two get away though, and Pagani's up to P1 now from SVY. Halfway through the second race. Oh, Aaron's, he's just about alright. Oh, very, very close there. Fever is in P6 behind this group of three. There's a little bit of a gap to Ross, then it's Blue Flag P8. It's Bread in P9, Lee's in P10, Nobby Norris in P11, Mike in P12, and Minky P13. It's been going very well this so far from the leader, these two races. A little bit down the odds as well. Blue Flag though, so we'll be able to match with the pace of this top 6 or 7. Pagani though leads now from double Unsafe. It's very, very wide. Very interesting between these two. Unsafe also trying to get involved in occasions as well. Better second race so far from Unsafe. in the slipstream. He's pulled out. Very close. Is he going to make a bit of a move there? He is. Down the inside. Rom's not able to really do anything to counteract it. And Aaron takes P3. Now Unsafe is trying to get past his teammate. And they're going wheel to wheel between Rom and Unsafe. And still wheel to wheel. But Rom is held off. Now he's trying to go back down there. Oh, dearie me! Aaron and Rom. Oh, I think Aaron's just disconnected. Rage quit, one of the two. Rom has just tried to go back down the inside of Aaron there. A bit of a late move. Here's he's just Aaron off the track, sadly. Pagani and SPY going wheel to wheel. Pagani though keeps ahead of SPY. That's allowed Unsafe to take P3 now. Feber's up in P4. Another decent result so far for Feber after that contact between Aaron and Rom. Oh, Ross has missed the corner. 1 second penalty for his troubles. Feber, having a look at Unsafe now. Can he get a top 3 finish? I'm sure he'll be very happy with that. Unsafe breaks later. Feber, much earlier, tries to get a good exit, which he has done. He's got a very good exit, Feber. A very, very good exit, and he's alongside now. And he's going to have the inside for the next corner. He's done that very well, Feber, indeed. And now he's got P3. Timed it to perfection when he turned into the corner. Let Unsafe break later. And he's got the advantage, and I think he's got it now. And his elbows out a little bit. Go on, Feber. Up into P3. He's doing very well this evening, Feber. He's timing his moves. Making his moves nice and clean as well. Top 2. Well in front of Feber though. To that contact between Rom and Aaron. Oh Jesus! Oh, Pagani's wide and SPY's drifting. Both making mistakes there. Reggie Daddy's in P7 now, and he's got blue flag right in front of him. Reggie Daddy on for a decent result at the moment, finding some pace. Just last lap was his personal best by quite a bit as well. Personal best by an absolute mile by the look of it, so some pace at the right point here. Get a chance to get past blue flag. Blue flag seems to be struggling in pace tonight. It seems to be his car, I mean, it doesn't suit this track. Feber's going to have to watch his mirrors though. He didn't have Unsafe coming back up. Unsafe might think about moving here down the inside. And he's still on the outside at the moment. He really thought about it for a second. Thought better of it. Oh, Feber! Oh, Unsafe's going to have to take P3. Oh, that touched the gravel slightly, nearly lost the car completely, but he caught it. Good job he caught it. That could have been race ending there. He could have lost a lot of positions if he'd spanned there. Very, very good job to catch it. Not really seen the top 2 much, to be honest. We've been concentrating a lot on others, but I see why he was in the lead. Never saw the overtake. Pagani has been in the lead ever since, I think. SUI is definitely still very much with him. He's right there. second last lap. Pagani holds him off for the time being. If anyone can hold this lead, it'll definitely be Pagani. Fever lost that P3, and he's still sitting nicely in P4. One of those things he's definitely not used to being this far up the grid. So it's how you act under the pressure, and got a wee bit much from there. He just took a little bit too much speed into the entry there, and then he went a little bit wide on the exit. So a shame for him. He's still not over yet. He's still got a lap. And he's just back in within DRS now. DRS. Jesus Christ. DRS. Slipstream, not DRS. Certainly not DRS. It's definitely going to DRS on these 8-4 cars. Can I assure you. He was back in slipstream, but he's had an absolute awful middle sector. Fever. Absolutely awful. He's got all of the corners wrong and the exits wrong, and it's allowed Ross down the inside. It's been a pretty horrendous middle sector, sadly for Fever. And that P3 is diminished. Oh dear. Sorry for anyone that I spooked there, but Ross has just binned it completely. Basically done what Fever nearly done last lap. And for Aaron and Ross, the second race has been an absolute disaster. He's now getting past him as well, so he was P8, but he's now P9 Ross. So, Fever's life kind of flashed before his eyes there. Genuinely thought Fever was dead. Very luckily he ghosted though. Top two entering the last lap. Pagani holding off SPY once again drifting into turn one. A BMW shouldn't drift. I'm sorry, but I don't know how it's drifting. I have no idea. Fair enough, some of the other kind of sketchy vehicles, but that's the most stable car ever. So how he's managing to drift that thing, I have no idea. It's impressive if I'm honest. Pagani seems to have him covered though at the moment. Let's have a little look what's happening down the field. Rom has got, after that contact with Aaron, who was behind side blue flag and red, and he's got past him now. Red trying to get past blue flag. Blue flag has a penalty as well, so decent race so far from red. It would be very good if we can get P6. Let's keep an eye on front. Pagani still seems to have him covered for the time being. It's just under 3 temps, so it's quite close now. He's got a good run on him as well, SPY. This is his opportunity. Can he get him? Pagani is going to defend for his life here for 2 wins. SPY pulls to the outside. He's going to let Pagani brake later, and he's going to switch back, trying to get a good exit. He's going to kick the slipstream all the way around. Pagani defends nicely, and he's very, very close now. That's the time runs out now, so this is the last lap. It's the last opportunity. Pagani defending nicely. SPY struggling to find a way past. SPY going very aggressively on the inside. He might pick up a penalty for that. Not sure. He does indeed. It's all over. Pagani is going to take 2 out of 2 wins. SPY tried everything. Picked up a penalty. Trying everything. And if it wasn't for that penalty, there'd be a photo finish and Pagani would win by 38 thousandths of a second. SPY's penalty actually didn't count in the end up. I don't know why it didn't. Unsafe takes P3 from Fever, who takes another good P4. Rom takes P5. Blue flag took P6, just ahead of Bread. Lee takes P8. Nobby Norris with a decent result in P9 as well. Ross down in P10. Mike P11. Then Finky takes P12, and he's going to take another 15-20 seconds to cross the line. I don't know why that penalty didn't count. SPY had a penalty. I don't think he got rid of it. Definitely had a penalty, so Pagani's won by 38 thousandths of a second, but it would have been interesting if SPY had won in that full finish, because they should have had a half a second penalty. unlucky there. Unlucky Fever, yeah. Well, at the end of the day, you made one mistake, but you drove excellently that race, and you were very, very close to getting that top 3. So, hard luck, but excellent race. And the fact that you're keeping up with the big guys recently, very, very well done. So, Pagani wins 2 out of 2. He's showing why he's won so many championships. He's keeping a cool head. So we're going to have a full reverse grid for the third race, third and final race of the evening. This is the race that's the most interesting usually. There's usually a lot of contact in this race. I look forward to this race, giving the guys at the back a chance to start near the front. Which makes things interesting. You can always throw up a couple of surprises. Some surprise podium settles possibly. So we'll see. It's nice occasionally in some seasons to have this kind of flat out, you don't have to worry about field and tyre wear. As much as it's interesting sometimes to have a bit of strategy. Certain seasons and tyre wear and the fuel comes into equations. It can become a bit more difficult for me, mind you, trying to work out where everyone's at in terms of how many pit stops people are doing, because there's occasions where you have some very random strategies and trying to work out where everyone's going to filter through is an absolute nightmare. It can be. But here we go, just put a start reverse grid. I think it might be Aaron on pole here. Or is it Aaron on pole? No, Aaron's not starting actually. He's not entering the races. Yeah, it's Finky on pole. So I think Aaron's setting this one out as well. Finky though is going to lead us off from Mike and Ross. Ross has got a chance here if he can get through. It's pretty quick, Ross, on occasion. Ross has had a good start as well in that car, and he's going to be free wide into turn 1 here. Finky on the inside. Ross is in front at the moment, round the outside, and Ross sweeps through into P1. That car giving him a bit of a helping hand there with how good it starts. And Mike is up into P2, and Finky drops down to P3. Nobby Norris is P4, got blue flag in P5, then it's Lee. Blue flag's up into P4, though he can get past Nobby Norris. Around the outside, there, blue flag up to P4. Ross with a good start up to P1 though. That car helping him through in the middle of the two cars. Looked a little bit late up, and there he was, job done, up into P1. He's still in P6 as Bread, and P7, people getting past him up into P7 now. Unsafe is P9, it's Pagani, sorry, SPY, and Rom is at the back. Ross is making a gap already, and it's up to nearly a second, so Ross is off. And it's important now for someone to bridge that gap, because you don't want Ross getting away. Blue flag trying to get past Finky, but nearly having some contact, and drops down to P5, now P6 as Lee gets past as well. And Fever's now trying to get past as well, right down the inside, and he's getting past as well, and Fever's up into P6 as well. Blue flag breaks a little bit late. Oh, nearly contact there with Fever and Nobby Norris, and Fever's also up past Nobby Norris as well, so Fever did excellently up into P5, jumping up through the order quite quickly as Lee calls up into P4 as well. Finky keeping in P3, Mikey's still in P2. Ross is 1.1 seconds though. Mike's got a 1.5 second gap as well. Bugani's now up into was P7, it's now P8 as he's battling with blue flag. Nobby Norris is there as well, and there's contact and someone's round in the background. It's Brez, your daddy. It's Span. Ross is now still in the lead. He's got a decent gap as Lee's going to try and go down the inside at the last corner of Finke, and he is indeed through up into P3. Bieber is now going to have a little look as well as he gets a little bit of slipstream on Lee, and Bieber's up into P4. Finke breaks early and doesn't get really involved. A blue flag round the outside of Nobby Norris, and the battle on the apex, and blue flag seems to have just about rolled one out, has he? And they're going to go side to side. Nobby Norris has the inside for this corner, and blue flag now has the inside for the next corner, so they're still side by side. Blue flag I think is one out now. Nobby Norris is, Jesus Christ, he's off to Dragon Jewel Seaside. Is that wide? SBY is just behind as well, and he's down the inside of Nobby Norris now. Pagani's having a little look as well. It's going away 3 wide into the next corner, and Pagani on the inside. SBY is getting kind of pushed out a little bit as well. Pagani, no, opportunistic Pagani up into P7. Pagani says thank you very much and kind of cleans up after everyone, and Pagani up to P7. Blue flag's just in front of him. Finke's P5. Bieber now having a little look at Lee Cole. I think Bieber is in a good position here as well. Decent gap for Ross though. Mike up in P2. Go on, Mike. Get another podium. Bieber down the inside of Lee. This is important for Bieber. He's got a chance to win this race here. He's very quick round here. Bieber in P3. He's up now. He's got past Lee. Can Lee come back at him? Let's see. Lee's got a quick car in a straight line here. Quicker than Bieber. Bieber's going to have to defend. This is testing Bieber's ability here to defend. And he's done a good job there. And he's holding him off down the inside. Goes a bit defensive. Cuts off the kind of switch back for Lee. You have to sit back here, Lee. And Bieber's won out. So good move by Bieber. Up into P3, important for him. Blue flag is leading the charger behind. And he's got Pagani who's coming through the grid now in P6. So Pagani only 5.5 seconds off the lead. He's the one to watch here. Unsafe P7. Finke still P8, and Rob and SBY really struggling to get through the pack so far. And they're right down the back end of the field still. We've got Finke in front, and Rob and SBY are battling between each other. So to be honest, oh god, there's contact as well between the two. Rob giving SBY a bit of a push. To be honest, I don't really know why they're battling at the moment. I think the main object should be getting through the pack, not battling between each other at the moment. But there we go. Going at it as well. I think he's still doing a decent job trying to hold him up. He's done a good job holding them up. And he's a bit of a gap developed. Pagani pulls out from the outside. He's going to try and go the long way around blue flag, and he's going to. Oh, he tried to do a bit of a switch out there, but then blue flag didn't really get through the corner particularly well, so that didn't work out. As Mike has been overtook by Bieber already. Bieber flying. Mike's made a mistake on this lap. But Bieber is off and away. He's at 2.8 seconds to find. So we'll keep an eye on that gap between the top two. We'll see what he can do. Bieber, can he close? Much on him. Pagani is still not past. Blue flag and unsafe now. It's 3 wide between blue flag, unsafe, and Pagani. But unsafe is now up into P5. Blue flag's going to try and defend. Pagani might end up in P5 here. I just said Pagani might end up in P5 here, as Pagani has just ended up in P5. I knew that was going to happen. Could see it a mile away. Pagani says thank you very much. It's unsafe and blue flag. Have a bit of a tussle. Pops down the inside and he's through into P5. 6.6 seconds so he's got to find, and he's got under 14 minutes now. Pagani needs to get a move on if he wants to win 3 out of 3. SBY is P8, there's Rome P9, still not really getting anywhere. Two teammates battling out, Nobby Norris and Finke. Nobby Norris down the inside, Finke round the outside. Ross 2.4 seconds now, it's coming down. Bieber's catching. Mike in P3 still, he'll defending from Lee. He's had a little bit of contact there. Well, Mike has just been a bit of a hash of that. Pagani closing as well now. That gap's at a 6.2 between him and the leader. And he's got cars in between him and the leader. It's not just a clear track, he's got 3 cars. As Lee's having a look at Mikey down the inside in the battle for P3. Mike's picked up nearly a second of penalties. Lee down the inside. Mike doesn't have anything to defend with. not really defended much at all there. Unsafe is battling with Pagani. This could hold up Pagani if Unsafe is going to come at him. Doesn't do the move there. He's in the slipstream now. Through towards this downhill straight. I'm going to come up to in a second. Mike's still within the slipstream here of Lee. So Mike might come back at Lee here, round the outside, and he is indeed going to put up a bit of a defence now. Going to go try and round the outside. He breaks later. Doesn't really do anything there. Pagani defends nicely from Unsafe as well. Unsafe can't come back at him. SBY and Rom still P8, P9, still battling each other, and they're not really getting anywhere still. Ross, 2.4 seconds, so it stayed the same now. And Fever's picked up half a second, which isn't great. So Ross get a victory here. It's nearly halfway through this race, and Pagani's still 6 seconds off the lead. And he is catching up to Mike and Lee, but he's going to get involved in this battle now, so he's going to have to get past them. Just all Ross made a bit of a mess though, and span in the last lap, in the last race. Fever also had made a mistake, so how are they going to respond here? They're both in the battle for the lead. And it's not somewhere they're very familiar with here. Mike is too late there, but he's alright. Pagani's going to get held up an absolute dream here in terms of, well, Ross's and Fever's sake here, it's a dream. Pagani's going to come up behind these two, he's going to struggle to get past, he's going to be held up quite a bit. It's going to help them. It's an absolute nightmare situation for Pagani and Unsafe. Got to get past Mike quickly here. He's going to get a bit slipstream. Oh, that's not going to help Mike. Mike has done a bottle and a half there. Pagani and Unsafe aren't going to complain. There we go. Bit of a bottle that from Mike. Going around him. Contact just on his own. Still got Lee to get past, and if we know anything about Lee, he's a bit of a bus when it comes to defending. So near enough halfway through. That gap's increased actually between Ross and Fever, so it's Ross is out front. Can Ross get the win? Oh, Unsafe. Wide, he's alright though. Oh, Mike now getting took by blue flag here. Mike's defending. Holding off, blue flag comes down the inside this time though. SBY trying to find a way past, and so's Rom. We'll battle this between the four of them. Blue flag trying to find a way past. Mike's a bit wide round the outside. Blue flag says thank you very much. Goes alongside, but Mike's actually managed to defend. Blue flag's still not done very well there. He's still not managed to get past it. How? Rom up into P7 though. Oh, Mike's wide. Yeah, does look a little bit wide. It's going to give Rom a chance now to get up into P6, so I think he's going to manage it as well. Rom down the inside. It's going to get chaotic here as Blue Flag and SBY are still there as well. Mike's dropped all the way down to P9, he's lost all the positions. SBY's round the outside of Blue Flag as well here. We're just going to turn it to the inside. Has SBY got this move done? He has indeed, he's up into P7. Oh, Blue Flag nearly off the track. So Rom and SBY move up. Pagani still getting held up, not past Lee yet. Fever's got that gap back down to 2.3, 2.4 now, so it's not doing much at the moment. It's Ross's to lose at the moment here. Just over 8.5 minutes to go. Lee being a bit of a bus in front. Up for P3. What a night for Fever. What a night for Fever. P5, P4, so P5, P4, P2. Very strong night for him. I couldn't hope for much better. Pagani though down the inside of Lee. Lee's going to try and defend. He's going to cut back and he's going to manage it. I think he's round the outside and he's got the upper hand. And Lee defends very nicely indeed from Pagani. Pagani's struggling to get past, and now Unsafe is going to get past Pagani. I did say Lee's a complete boss when it comes to defending. He's very, very good at it. This is holding up. Pagani and Unsafe are treat here. Ross and Fever will leak out a lot here if they keep ahead of Pagani and Unsafe. It's just about under 2 seconds now. Fever fastest lap of the race, 2 minute 2.4. Fever's finding the pace. He can sense the victory, can Fever. He needs to get rid of his bit. Oh, Unsafe! It's all over the shot there on the mid part of the corner there. A bit of a wiggle on. Can Fever take the victory off of Ross? Who's it going to be? Or are Unsafe and Pagani going to pull out an absolutely almighty comeback here? Fever looks like my bet here. Fever purple again. He's flying as Fever. 1.5 seconds. Lico still holding Unsafe and Pagani up. And then there's Rom and SBY, P6 and P7. It's Blue Flag P8, Mike's down in P9, and there's Nobby Norris and M Pinky. Keep an eyes, 1.5 now. Lee still in the business, holding them up. Come on, they're going to get past now, surely. Here we go, God, they're swarming there in the background. Pagani. Thing is, Lico's got a quick car in a straight line and Unsafe. Down the inside this time. Lico's going to try and come back at him. Pagani's got past Lico, now they're through. Pagani and Unsafe are through, but they've got 4.3 seconds to find. I mean, if Fever can keep doing 2 minute 2s, there's no way I think... Oh, Pagani's got past Unsafe. Just seen the gap. Pagani's now get through as well on Unsafe, so he's up into P3. Pagani and Unsafe. Now Unsafe shouldn't battle. I don't think there's any point in Unsafe battling here. He might as well just try and get up to these top two. It's under a second. Feeber's flying. 2 minute 2.8, 2 minute 2.4, 2 minute 2.3. Fever can sense this victory. Can he hold his nerve? Can he get past Ross? Can Ross hold off? And you've got Pagani and Unsafe coming at them now. They're going to be flying. They're going to be pushing for all the worth. Pagani a little bit wide though, bit out of shape. 5.2 seconds. Fever's there. He's at Ross already. He might be past him in the next corner. Can Fever get past Ross? He's got so much more pace at the moment. He's in the zone, Fever. It's so important he gets past quickly. Can he do it? You wouldn't have expected Fever to be winning, to get a chance of winning this race. But the battle for after 3/4 of the race is between Fever and Ross. Fever's closing. He's closing. Ross goes defensive. Fever is going to do that move he done in the last... Oh no, he's not managed it. No! Oh my God, that was... Oh, don't do that. So very close to ending up spinning round. Pagani and Unsafe are not closing anyone near quick enough here. This is a battle between these two for the win. Barring any incidents, Unsafe trying to go down the inside of Pagani. Pagani having to defend. They're not getting anywhere here, these two. They're just going to fight between the two of them for P3. And Unsafe and Pagani go wheel to wheel. Pagani still winning out in the battle for P3. Lico, much better race for him. And P5, though, he's just torpedoed the side of the Unsafe. Ross is 1.5 tenths in front. 2 laps to go. Who is going to win? Is it going to be Fever? Is it going to be Ross? Who can hold their nerve? Fever's got that penalty. We've seen what happened with Ross in the last lap though, the last race. Could it happen again? It's now a 5-car battle, this for P3. Pagani at the head. Unsafe Lee and Robin SVY now joined. Ross still in the lead. Fibo though, he's done well through there. He's going to go round the outside. He's going to try and hold it. It's not a place I would expect an overtake to be made. He pulls out at the last second. Tries to get a good exit, which he has done. He's going to be right alongside here, down the hill. Ross is in the lead though. He has track position. Still with the slipstream here. Here we go. Ross pulls to the inside. Fiber's going to try and go round the outside. Fiber is going to go the long way round. Is he going to brake early? Or is he trying? He is going to brake early. He's going to brake early. He's trying to get a switch back manoeuvre. He's going to get the good exit. He's got the good exit. He's coming down the inside. They're going to go wheel to wheel. Fiber and Ross for the race win. Fiber round the outside. Fiber is still there. It's wheel to wheel towards the right hander for the race win. Ross still defends resolutely at the moment. Fiber getting rid of a bit of penalty strategy, paying a bit of a part there. He's trying to get rid of his penalty at points where he doesn't lose any time really. He's done a 0.2 his penalty now as well. And he's absolutely flew around the last corner. He's on the grass. Here we go, Ross still defending from Fiber. Unsafe, having a look at Pagani. Ross still has the race win in the sights. Fiber, can he get past? Can he find a way through? 0.2 seconds of penalty still. It's Ross's to lose here. Fiber's got the better exit here. He might have a chance. Down the inside, he's going to pull it down the inside. He thought better of it. He had to look down the inside there. Here we go. It's the big chance for him. That gap's coming down quickly, by the way, but it's not enough. Anywhere near enough from Pagani. Fiber's got rid of the penalty. He's broke early to get rid of the penalty, and now he's going to have a good... He needs a good middle sector to get right up behind him. And he is. He's closing. It's 0.2 of a second. Fiber on Ross. Ross defending. Fiber is going to try and go round the outside. He's got rid of his penalty. He's got no penalty left. Fiber brakes later. Tries to go all the way round the outside. Contact between the two. It's going to go wheel to wheel. Excellent battle between the two. It's going to go wheel to wheel for the race win. Fiber has the upper hand at the moment. Ross round the outside. They're going to defend. They're going to go wheel to wheel for the last few corners. Take the race win of race 3. Positive Ross has still got it at the moment. Fiber is right there though. It's still side by side. Ross is going to have this. The last corner they come towards. Ross comes round the final corner. Fiber's right there. He's trying to find his way past, but he's not going to get it. Ross is going to take the win. Fiber is going to take P2. Pagani takes P3 from unsafe just behind. Rom takes P5. SPY takes P6. God knows what happened to Lee, but he's down in P7 now. Blue Flag takes P8. Nobby Norris is going to take P9. And Mikey's going to take P10. And M. Finky... Oh no, Nobby Norris is going to jump Mike, by the way. M. Finky's going to take P11. Well, congratulations to Ross. And Fiber with P2. Ross and Fiber are your top 2 for race 3. Well, there you go. That is why the race 3 is always the most interesting in GT Sport. That's what happens. Ross, I must say, absolutely outstanding battling between the two. Give both each other as much room as possible. That's helmet's bloody creepy, by the way. What the heck is that? That's awful. Give each other so much room when they were battling. Very, very respectful between the two, and that was an absolute monster battle in one of the most fun races I've ever commentated on, ever. Let alone just in GT. Between the two. So happy for both of them that they finished first and second. But that concludes this evening's actions. So Pagani takes race 1 and race 2, and Ross takes race 3. So there we go. Next week we've got Dragonfield Seaside, which means we've got the Death Chicane. So be sure to join us again. Thank you for joining me this evening, and have a nice night.